everyone, so we're now on our final part discussing normal distribution. So finally, we're now on the word problems involving normal distribution. Once again, I'm Mr. Romel Antonio, your statistics teacher. So at the end of this lesson, you must be able to solve problems involving area under the normal curve. And then as what we have discussed on our previous video, the probability table allow us to get the area and the probability under the normal curve with a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1. Remember that. The question now is how can we find the area and the probabilities with different mean and with different standard deviation. That's why it's called standard normal distribution kasi we are going to standardize all other normal distribution so that it will have 0 and 1. We will just be using a formula. So let's say for example this scenario. So a survey by the National Retail Federation found that women spend on the average $146.21 for the Christmas holidays. Now, assume the standard deviation is $29.44. Find the percentage of women who spend less than $160. Assume that the variable is normally distributed. So dahil yan ay normally distributed, pwede natin gamitin tong formula na to. So this is our z-score formula. This is used to standardize the standardize the different mean into z-scores. Okay, standardize natin sila. So the formula says here that the score that you need to find out, yung score na target natin, ng 160, no? Subtract natin dyan yung mean and divide standard deviation. So if we're going to illustrate this word problem, so ang ating mean dito is $146.21 and our standard deviation is $29.44. So, ang pinapahanap sa atin, less than 160. So, here's our $160. Na? Yan siya. So, less than. The problem is, wala naman tayong ganito sa normal sa ating z-table. So, what we need to do is to use this z-score. So, alam naman natin na itong 146 natin ay will become 0. Magiging 0 na yan. Ang other standard deviation, magiging 1 na yan. No? Now, the question is itong 160. So, we have to transform this one into z-score. So, that will be 160 minus the mean of 146.21 divided by 29.44. So, this one will give us, if you try to compute that, it will give us 0.47. Yan yung hahanapin natin. No? So, our 0.47, 0.47, that's actually 0.6808. So, the probability, ito ay 0.47 na siya. So, if we're going to look for the probability of the z-score, that is less than, kamay na naman tayo, ng pagsulat. Z-score, that is less than 0.47, the answer will be 68.08. 68.08%. Ayan. So, ganyan lang siya. Madali lang siya, no? We just look on the table kasi to the left naman siya. Less than. Ayan. So, this is how we use the... Ang kailangan lang naman natin dito is ito, magamit natin itong formula na ito. So, let's have another problem. Problem number 2. So let's say the scores on a long test in geometry follow a normal distribution with a mean of 57 and a standard deviation of 5. Find the probability that the score will be between 52 and 62, and if there are 60 students, how many scored less than 60? So in this problem, since pinag-uusapan natin yung mga real values, yung mga mean na hindi naman 0 at standard deviation na hindi naman 1, meaning to say we're on the actual data, so we still need to use the standardization formula. So, ang una natin gawin is to illustrate. Sabi sa problem, the mean is 57 and the standard deviation is 5. No, alam naman natin na itong 57 na to magiging zero yan later on. And this will become 1. Now, magiging problem lang natin yung sa question. Find the probability that the score will be between 52 and 62. So, we know that here is 52. That's before 57. And here is 62. So, kailangan natin silang i-translate. No? So, unahin natin si 52. So, change 52, subtract to the mean 57, divide by 5. That's actually negative 1. No? 52 minus 57 is negative 5, divided by 5 is negative 1. So, magiging negative 1 to. And then our 62 will be following the same formula. So, that will be positive 1. No? 62 minus 57 is 5 over 5. That's 1. So, you are now asked to look for the probability of the z-score that is greater than negative 1 but less than 1. Kasi in between eh. Yan. So, hindi na natin gagamitin itong mga to. No, kasi yun yung actual values. Na-standardize na natin sila gamit itong formula na to. Okay? So, ngayon hanapin natin yung in between negative 1 and 1. So, sabi, kapag in between 1 and negative 1, kunin natin yung probability ni 1, kunin natin yung probability ni positive 1, yung sasubtract lang natin. What is the probability of 1? Probability ni 1, ito siya, eksaktong 1, asan siya, 1.0, and 8413. So sabi, imaminus natin dyan dun sa negative 1. Our negative 1 will be negative 1 negative 1 1587. Yan. So 15. So ano ngayon ang ating probability in between? So 0.8413 minus 0.1587, that is 0.6826. So what find the probability? That is 68.26%. Yan. That's for letter A. Now let's proceed with letter B. Mura lang tayo muna. Erase tayo. Erase natin itong mga to. You can have the screenshots naman eh. So, okay lang naman mabura natin yan. So for this one, ang ating mean will be 0, ang ating standard deviation will be 1. Ang kailangan natin yung 60. So letter B, less than 60. So the z-score will be to change 60. So that is 60 minus the mean 57 divided by 5. That is 3 over 5, which is 0.6. So what is the probability to the left or less than? So the probability of the z-score that is less than 0.6. So anong probability nito? 0.6 ay ito. What's the probability of that? We look at the table. 0.6. 0.6. Ito lang siya. 7258. 7258. problem now, the question says, if there are 60 students, how many score less than 60%? 60. So this is the percentage of the student who got less than 60. So kukunin natin yung percentage nito sa 60 students. So times 60 lang yan. So 72.58, 0.7258 times 60. 7258, 60. 7258 times 60. So it's 43.54 or approximately 44 students. So yan. Magiging sagot natin dyan ay 44 students. Let's now proceed with example number 3. The mean surf time of students in the library computer is 18 minutes. So, ito yung average na ng pagsasurf, no? With a standard deviation of 4 minutes. What is the probability that students surf for 15 to 20 minutes? Ayan. So, ang ating average ay 18 minutes. Ang tinatanong ay 15 to 20. So, 15 up to 20 minutes. So, tinatanong dyan yung middle. So, standard deviation natin ay 4. So, kailangan natin siyang gawin parehas, no? Kailangan natin itong gawin. At alam natin, this is 0. Our standard deviation will be 1. Ayan. So, kailangan natin yung dalawang value na yan. No, gagawin din natin, yun munang ating 15 minus 18, our mean, and standard deviation of 4 minutes. So, that is negative 3 over 4, which is negative 0.75. Yan. And then, yung isa naman natin, yung 20 minus 18 over 4, that is equal to 2 over 4, which is 0.5. So, kailangan lang natin makuha yung probability of the z-score that is greater than, no, negative 0.75, but less than 0.5. So, as what we've said, ima-minus lang natin yan. So, yung 0.5 muna yung kunin natin. Ito kasi susunod nating, ito kasi susunod nating, 5 lang yung hahanapin natin. Positive 0.5. So, that is 6915. 6915. 6915. So, minus, yun naman nating negative 0.75. Negative 0.75, yun yung sa una. Negative 0.7, and then 5. Ang ating 5 ay 0, ito kasi ay 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 2266. Ayan. Subtract lang natin yan. And that will be 0.4649. And so, what is the probability? That is 46.49%. Probability. So, eto na mga kakaiba yung question niya, no? So, kailangan makapabura muna natin siya. Erase one. So the question now here is how long does 75.54% of students surf in the library computer? How long daw? Yan, yung 74.54%. Ibig sabihin yung nandun sa ating t-table or z-table. Z-table. So kailangan lang, hanapin natin siya doon. 7454. Yan, hanapin natin siya dyan. Nandito yung 7. Yeah. Here, 7454. That is 0.66. Ayan, 0.66 yun. So, this Z is equals 0.66. Ang kailangan lang natin, kunin natin yung actual. So, i-reverse ngayon natin yung ito ngayon, gagamitin natin siya. So, ang ating z ay 0.66, ang ating score yung nawawala. Ang ating mean will be 18, ang ating standard dev will be 4 minutes. So, kusolve lang natin yung x natin na yan. So, cross multiply. So, we will have here 26, 2.64 equals x minus 18. And then, i-add natin yung 18 dyan. So, our x will be 20.64. Yan. How long? That's 20.64 minutes. Kailangan lang natin what do you call that? Kailangan lang natin yung formula ay I forgot that term. So I hope you get to think about it. Tapos dulo na ng dila ko. Yung kailangan natin derive yung formula natin to get the score. Kasi ang binigay sa atin yung z, ang problema, ano yung value na yun on the actual normal distribution. Yeah. So I hope you get to learn on our discussion about normal distribution. So here is the activity. So I have here 3 questions. Question number 1, screenshot nyo na lang. Question number 2, ito siya. And question number 3. So this will be the last part for normal distribution. So I hope you'll get to learn kahit hindi tayo nakikita, kahit tayo hindi pa rin fully nakakapag face-to-face ng classes. So learning should still exist. So see you again next time on our next discussion. So, see ya, bye-bye!